I added yesterday, and I will keep adding small. I do think that this will take, uh, you know, ideally, I like to see this thing go. Let me edit that, carry it into November. You know, it could be a mini head and shoulder, as you can see. Um, Ideally, I like to see this thing go sideways, hold on to the 20 MA as it flatline. The 50 MA will continue to come down and eventually converge somewhere around 58-ish, 59, and then we could have a breakout into the low 60s, perhaps even higher. But for now, I think that's the ideal play, right? I still like it. The competitors are ripping and roaring. Okay, if you look at Palo Alto, it's trim time, right? You have multiple wick and sell off, profit taking up here. Okay, so now can it absorb all the sellers up there and break into the all-time high again? Yeah, it can, but I would say if you have it, enjoy the profit. CrowdStrike is definitely into the channel high. Okay, let me change the color here because it is definitely a channel. Okay, so let's make it so that it's not if, it is a channel. It's not a maybe, it is a channel. Okay, so yeah, low, low, high, low, low, high. Okay, so take your profit. All right, let's jump right into TLT. I talked about it over the weekend. How I think, yeah, did I say 5% to 10% downside? There you go. I got my 5% or ish. Okay. Yeah, it is what it is. The econ data was super strong yesterday. The consumer spending. Yeah. So trust me, as painful as this is for my TLT position, I want this to stay for the rest of the week. Just stay down here. Stay down here. Don't bounce. Okay. On the opposite end, the TNX, for those, that's the yield. That's the 10-year Treasury yield. Yeah, it's near the all-time high. Let it stay up here. Why? We don't need this. Okay, this doesn't help. This quick reversal doesn't help. We want this to stay for the rest of the month so that mortgage rate, auto loan, all the key loan uh, duration will stay high to curb the consumer. Okay, because the consumer have very short-term memory, very short-term. You know, for them, this spike here, mortgage rate over 8%, transitory. For them, it's transitory, right? So back to binge spending. Okay, so we need the consumer. If the consumer doesn't change the habit by the 10-year rate and the long-term rate stay high, it forced the bank to be the police because the bank have no choice but be tighter on their loan application approval. They have to raise rate too. Okay, it's the bond market is doing the work for the Fed. The Fed may have paused, but no doubt the bond market is saying we're going to do what the bond market is doing the work because the consumers are not slowing, right? The bond market is not taking the cue from the Fed. It's not. It doesn't care what the Fed is doing. It's doing what it think need to get done to curb the consumer. Okay, so there you go. All right, let's move over to the FANG. Okay, Apple. If you want to nibble, you can. If you, what I did was, of course, I trimmed 181. I was all out on 181 on the few share that I bought before I went on the trip. And yesterday, time to nibble back. Okay, and I did. Would I add more? Ideally, if I see a 5% market correction or 3% correction and Apple drop down to 169, yeah, I will buy. Okay, between 170 right now, I have ordered in at 170 down to 168. Right, buy the dip down there. Amazon. Okay, would I buy Amazon? Let me change this. Yeah, if I was tempted. I was very tempted to nibble at 128 yesterday. Okay, very tempted. I was about to place an order. I'm just like, well, I put an order in at 126. Okay, so 126 and 125 is the zone. Okay, so I have buy order in the zone down there. Google, the best of the bunch. Not a surprise to see resistance up into this upper trend line. Okay, the last time it got there, it bump, sell off. So watch out. Okay, you can have multiple tests, and then the Nasdaq can pull the rug on you. Where would I buy or add to my Google position? Down here. Okay, 133, no brainer. And then of course the 100-day moving average, 129. Yeah, I had talked about this for the past few weeks, if not months, that Google and Meta are my two favorite big tech stock going into the election. The political ads is going to be pouring into those two platforms. No, not a surprise to see how strong both are. Okay, would I buy Meta at 310 to 302 to 295? Yeah, down there. Okay, I wouldn't add to anything here. I trim at 322. I have a stop in for a partial of my position at 322. It triggered earlier in the week on, I believe on Monday. It triggered either that or last Friday. I can't remember. One of those days, it triggered because I had to stop. Okay, um, it is what it is, but I like it. Tesla into key spot here. If it doesn't hold, I think you will see 231. Okay, that would be the first spot that I would nibble on Tesla is 231, channel low. Okay, I would definitely do it channel low. Okay, it's between 232 and 231. Okay, in that zone, but I like it. Right now it's in yeah. I'd rather not chase it here. Okay, down there. Last one of the big one, of course, Nvidia. Key spot here. Key. Okay, you got a nasty wick. So for those that was quick enough to grab some in the low 420s or mid 420 something, congratulations. Hopefully you're also quick enough to trim at the 50 MA above. Crazy day yesterday on Nvidia. Crazy move. When you have like a 25-point swing, yeah, pretty crazy. Would I add to Nvidia here? No. Would I add down here? Yeah. So I have some. I didn't trim. Where would I trim? 465, 470 in that range, right? The last time I sold was 465, 470, 470. Okay, so yeah, 475. What up there? Same thing. Okay, SMH. Yeah. Okay, I talk about this. Break the channel, trying to get back, got back in, couldn't hold, back down. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that kind of action. Hold on, let me do this. Oops, my bad. Can we be looking at a channel? Duplicate. Look at that. Okay. Right. Looking good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. So if you have, if you want to buy SMH, perhaps in a week or two, you can see a pullback further into the channel low, and it will have a nice conversion of the 200-day moving average into like the 137, 136-ish area in 2 weeks. Forget about 2 weeks. By the end of next week, okay, you're gonna see that conversion right there. And should SMH come down and say hello to that spot, nice spot to buy the dip. I always like conversion of technical. Okay, so keep your eyes on that. Alrighty, Eli Lilly, crazy. Let's take a look at Big Pharma. Crazy. Okay, crazy move, crazy range. Wow, insane. Okay, $20. Uh, would I add to here? No, absolutely not. I'm very tempted to put a stop, okay, on my share. Very tempted. But for now, I can ride the volatility. Would I add? Should there be a crazy move like this? It's not impossible. We had this before, okay? This was just a couple weeks ago. So it can happen. So if there is some kind of crazy downdraft on Eli Lilly for whatever stupid reason the market want to do, 560, okay, is the spot. It'll be a conversion of the 20 and the 50 sometime next week. Okay, so up there into the 460, 560 area. You know? Yeah, I like it down there, but no need to add here. J&J. Oof. Not a bad spot to sell put spread 152 and a half, 150 or 150, 145 down there if there's juice, right? But it looked like a nice head and shoulder here too. See, look, shoulder, head, shoulder, and the neckline is right here. See, the key to any head and shoulder pattern is the neckline. Okay, right there. Let me. Okay. Now, is it a surprise that there is constipation right here at the neckline? Okay, failure to hold on to the neckline or clear the neckline can be very bad for J&J. Okay, because from 150, from 157 to 175, that is roughly 18 point, right? So if you give 18 point up at the 157, you can staring at 138, 139-ish, right? Which would be pretty ugly because usually, you know, when if it is a true head and shoulder pattern, you can see equal magnitude on the downside, okay, and it would be super ugly. And where would that go? That would go way down here. My goodness, it would literally come down to this area down here, which is near the 3-year ref low. Nasty. Okay, so look, J&J has had some massive drawdown over the past 3 years. Okay, the magnitude is not impossible. Look, in literally 3 months, it did this. So it can. Okay, it can. Okay, the magnitude can happen again. So if we have some kind of bear market crash, blah blah blah, then yeah, you can see that. So be careful on J&J. Pfizer, meh, right? Meh. I've been saying that for a while. Meh. The good news is I think the bottom is in. Just because the bottom is in doesn't mean that you should be jumping in and double down, double up, triple down, whatever. Okay. The good news is, as bad as that news is, and I think the market baked it in. The market know COVID vaccine is dead. It is dead. So the fact that Pfizer baked in 10% of their revenue or more into COVID vaccine going forward is insane. Okay, so management learned a hard lesson here. It's over. It's done with. Okay, it's a wash. And is it a surprise that we had this literally 40% cut, haircut? Yeah, it's over. It's done. Would I chase it down here? No rush. No rush. We still have tax loss selling for another week plus. JSK, no need to rush. No rush here. Okay, no rush to add back here. None. Okay, would I add? I definitely will add or re-enter at the conversion 200 and 100. Yeah, to me, if you want to buy, throw in an order right there, 35.4. And of course, add a whole lot more down here, okay, because it has been money. Every time it's in that zone for the past year, it has been money to buy. So I will be patient. The rest of the pharma stuff, like I said, COVID is dead. Yeah, vaccine is dead. Moderna breaking long support. Okay, look, it's literally lower than when the vaccine was discovered. Okay, it's over. It's done. Okay, it's over. Okay, it's well, it's at that level. I wouldn't say lower, but it is at the point where beginning of the vaccine. So BTNX, BNTX. I always get the thing backward. A little bit better, but it's the same. It's the same thing. Okay, it's over. Now, I think eventually both of these companies will be a takeover by somebody bigger, because I don't care how many vaccines you have. If all you have are vaccines, you are a one-trick pony to me. I don't care if you have 5 different vaccines. The bottom line is a lot of the vaccines that they will discover is not going to be ever like the COVID vaccine, ever. Okay, it's not going to be a worldwide use. It's going to be a very small minority group of people that will take the vaccine because of the mistrust of big pharma. So here's my prediction. A year from now, neither company will exist on its own. Okay? Neither. They have cash, lots of cash. So some big pharma will come in and buy them for cheap because they will keep going lower. Do I see both companies go lower from here? Absolutely. But they have cash, lots of cash in their books. 20 billion. I think Moderna have over 20 billion. So yeah, eventually, as they keep going lower, they might be taken out at this level. If, hypothetically speaking, if Moderna go down another 10-15% from here, can I see somebody make a cash offer for 120 a share? And management would be wise to sell. Gilead. Wow. Okay, wow. Sometimes some of these stocks, down here, I was, when it was down here, multiple times, I'm just like, come on, break it, so that my gap fill order will go in. But no, you had this crazy reversal. Okay, Amgen very strong, very strong. Come on. Yeah, but it's time to go. It is time to go. Unbelievable. Okay, unbelievable. Amgen, it's on, but I wouldn't chase anything here. FV, watch out. Okay, FV coming into every earnings season is scary cat. See, look, scary cat earning pop. Okay, and then you get this one earning where no, ooh, ugly, and then you got the reversal. FV, if it dump into earning, buy. If it pop into earning, sell. If it dump into earning, buy. And right now we have kind of like a meandering pattern, so I don't know. I wouldn't touch it, but it has been always I call it the Costanza play based on the pattern, right? Look, if you go back, it was dumping into earning over here, and then it rise, and then it dump into earning, it rise into earning, it pop, it get crushed. So yeah, it's just depend on what it's doing, depend on the direction going into earning. You want to take the right position. Okay, so as far as FB, is that all the big pharma I care to talk about? The other one I was watching and waiting, of course, is Biogen, right? It looked like it's gonna fill the gap. It looked weak here. I was waiting, getting ready, but then it rise. So nothing to do there. All right, let's talk about defense. Lockheed Martin, nasty candle, nasty. That is just nasty. Okay, I trim at 445, 448, and then I have a much bigger order, but I'm glad I did. Okay, I took off 25% of my position. Now another 25% order is up there. Should we move up there? But yeah, I mean, the earning, yeah, it's okay. It's no blowout. Okay, but I won't add to it. I have my sell order here, and that's good. Hey, am I happy to sell 25% of my holding yesterday? Yeah. Where was the stock 2 weeks ago? Yeah. Okay, so I'll be lying to say that it felt a whole lot better selling there than watching the position last month or 2 weeks ago. It was ugly. RTX, which I like more. I talk about it more. That if I had to buy a defense, okay, I like it here. It's holding. It's going sideways. Okay, so if they come out with earning and talk more about the costs and how that can be, it's all depend on that. Okay, if they don't give out any more bad news, if there's no more shoes to drop, they already dropped the shoes. Okay, one shoe, two shoe, the other shoe. If there's no more shoe to drop, I think we can see a pop. Okay, so, but if there is a pop, trim, please, trim. Yeah. Let's see. All the consumer staples are still very ugly. Okay, very ugly. Even housing stocks are ugly. Home Depot, look. Oof. Okay, it's back to that 280, 295 zone. Okay, this. If you want to buy the dip, I say just be more patient. You might be able to buy it down here. But yeah, I wouldn't touch it. What were you thinking? Okay, I never understand this craziness. Okay, Target, yeah, it's coming back from the dead, but watch out. Okay, earnings coming up. If they still talk about shrinkage, to me, if you want to trade, just be patient. Just wait for earning. Okay, the risk is too high. if they come out with a meh earning report along with more shrinkage problem, then you can go right back down to 103. Okay, so why buy it here, right? um, Walmart is of course doing better, but no dice, no like. Okay, no like. Costco all-time high, no like. Okay, no shrinkage there. So Wall Street pouring money into a slow growth company, crazy multiple. Okay, Costco is more expensive now than it has ever been. If you don't believe me, go and take a look at the fundamental. But money that seek for retail gotta go somewhere. And like I said, for months now, there is no shrinkage there. Ulta, yeah, shrinkage, ugly. Wow. Um, you know, it revisited the low, and then it said, no, the ref low, we're not playing there. Okay, it can. Same thing like Target. If you have another earning report with shrinkage problem, say hello to the 52-week low. Okay, so don't be a hero. Okay, no need to chase there. No need to take a position ahead. Um, if you um, want to play the long game as far as like selling put spread, I would say do it 350, way down here below the 200 weekly moving average. Okay, use some kind of protection. It's ugly. Speaking of protection, testing DGX, I have been nibbling and continue to nibble. Well, of course not yesterday, but when I saw below 122, I have ordered in to nibble. Okay, so yeah, I keep on nibble. I have exactly 100 shares. It took me that long to accumulate 100 shares from this point down here. I don't mind adding. So yeah, if it's I have more order in at 121 down to 120, as low as 119. So I will keep adding slowly there. Let's see. Do I need to talk about Pepsi and Coke, all that stuff? No, the same. They crash. Okay, they crash, and right now they're just gonna go sideways. Nothing to do there. Okay, nothing. I wouldn't be adding. I wouldn't be. No, there's no need to add. Okay, Coke, same thing, same pattern. It's. Don't ask me what the big boys are thinking or what they're doing, but earning will be good. Okay, earning will be good. Will be solid for McDonald's, I'm sure. Solid for Coke, I'm sure. But the market will do what the market wants. Okay, it's taking down the consumer staple. You know, it's ugly. Let's see, banks. Let's close out on banks. Okay, Goldman Sachs. I nibbled yesterday. Okay, and I have ordered in at 307 down to 305. Yeah, I would add more at 307 and then below. No need to chase. No need to chase. I like Goldman Sachs here. Okay, in fact, I might put in order at 302, 301, 300, but I might sell put spread 295, 290 on further weakness. I think that's a good area to sell put spread. Okay, but I like Goldman Sachs here. Morgan Stanley, pretty much the same. If you like Goldman Sachs, you might buy some Morgan Stanley here too. Okay, it's I like it a lot more than JPM. Okay, the banks have decent earning, but with rising interest rate, I rather not have exposure to the big banks that have a big loan portfolio. That's why I like Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs more because they are not exposed to loan delinquency. Okay, at this point, J.P. Morgan is still, not worried or have a big problem with consumer loan, but it's coming. Every recession, banks that hold debts, lots of debts, are in trouble. Now, Bank of America, I like a little bit more because of Merrill Lynch, right? They have a fairly large exposure there, but they do have consumer loan exposure too. That's why they are weaker. Okay, I've been saying for the past few months, I don't need to add to my Bank of America, not at all. Okay, none, no reason to. It's tax loss selling, and it's gonna stay that way. Now, KRE showed some strength yesterday, which surprised me. Given how bad TLT behaved, the one area that surprised me the most is KRE, because to me, how horrible TLT has been, I would expect KRE to be at the 52-week low. I would. To me, it's very surprising that it is up here. Okay, I would thought for sure KRE would be in the mid 30s at this point, given where TLT is, because wow. So KRE, I have put spread at 40, 41 that I will let assign, but look like it's gonna expire worthless this Friday unless there is something big happen. If you're into Charles Schwab, which I have some exposure there, I like it. I will keep adding. I will add to Charles Schwab at 50. Okay, I have ordered in at 50, which I like. I have put spread that will expire worthless down here that I sold before I went on vacation, but I like. I will keep selling Charles Schwab put spread going out into November and December in the mid 40s. Okay, I like it. I like Charles Schwab. I like Charles Schwab more than KRE, but I don't mind owning both. And that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. Be careful. Today and tomorrow, we might have economic data that is more favorable for the bond market because it is, I think, mostly housing related. You have Shiller's number, you have mortgage application data. So yeah, the good news this week is we don't have payroll. I don't think so. I need to check the calendar, the economic calendar, but I don't think there's anything going on with payroll because payroll has always been pretty bad as far as economic day for the market. So I think today and tomorrow should be favorable econ data because it's housing related. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.